If you have some passion, after the lunch, we are going to make a business plan, and I want to see some innovative businesses that we might, because if your idea is good, I can link you to the investors, and if you present your idea, they can invest in your plan. So you might be a real, desire to execution, and of course we will support you in anything you need: marketing support, financial support, accounting softwares, or anything. This is what we day to day we deal with. Okay, so other common motivations are, we have a desire for achievement, a desire for power or wealth. Some people, although it's very cheap, but somehow some people are living to make money. This is their objective. This is the only objective they have in the life. I want to do this. Why? I want to make money. Right? This is one objective. You may agree, I don't agree, that a human should sell his or her ideas just to make money. Money will come. If you run after money, money will run right this way. If we are excellent scientists, doctors, creators, writers, then of course world will recognize you one day, And I didn't see your profiles. Maybe some of us already recognize people, and through their efforts and their hard works. No one, if you plan from tomorrow, you will work on getting popular, right? So I'm sure that if your plan is accurate, in 6 to 9 months, you will be a popular person. So this is the conviction, this is the idea, this is the motivation that is in your mind that should drive you wherever you want to go. You want to go behind money, and your force is really, all these drug smugglers, the big guys, their aim is only to make money and power, and they are successful. We like them or we don't like them, this is another case. But everyone who wants to be anything, if you are strong enough in your thoughts, you have a right plan, you have a right time, right nature is helping you, then you will be a star person. So this is a desire to fulfill a dream. Yeah, sure.
I agree with you, and I can put it this way. The sense of fulfillment comes from the achievement, and the money comes as a reward to accomplishing that.
True. But if the
fulfillment does not come from the money you get.
True. Your point is absolutely okay. If you link something as reward, this is okay. But if you make your life objective, because now we'll work on business plan, I will say write your objective. If you write your objective, I want to give an innovative service in home delivery which is not available anywhere else, which will reward you as money, that's no harm into, right? My point is that if your objective is I want to do this business because I want to get an X amount of return on investment, so this is not an objective, right? We are human beings, we have responsibilities, we should be humanistic, we should be innovative, we should be prudent, we should have a proper understanding of what we are doing. And ideally, it should not be around money, because as you said, money can be a reward, it cannot be an objective, we don't make, like we go office, we do job, we get a lot of money, but I cannot say that money is the motivation behind me, right? This is the way. Okay, I have to skip some slides. You can see the pictorial attitude of an entrepreneur. If you are a boss of yourself, you will sound like this picture. That's the other one. You can see there are potential cautions and the other shapes. As a person, you should have need. Why we create a business is we have We feel there is a need to make a business. We get some ideas. There might be some opportunities that you want to explore. And then you take this initiative. Around this whole circle, you have different risks. You need money to do business. Money is the reality, we have to consider it. Resources in terms of manpower, in terms of computers, in terms of a place, these are all tangible resources we need. And then we have capabilities. So these 4 things will be around all these initiatives that you are going to take or you have already taken in your life. Okay, now I'm moving towards the boring part of the discussion, that is a business plan, but it's really important. So I will go through with certain important things and we will go towards our activity, that is to create a business and think different aspects of a business in a right way so our business model can produce the right results. Yeah. The first part of the business plan is you should have an executive summary, because it's the plan for yourself first. You create plan for your own self. You ask different questions from you in terms of different things. For example, what I want to do, what is my objective, what is my aim, what I need, how much money I need for my business, and how many people I am going to hire, what will be my other plans. This is a random question you will ask before you will go for a real business. And these questions are very important. Anything we do in the life, first we have to think about what we are going to do. Because without thinking, if we will do something, that will not bring planned outcomes. All successful people, what they do is they have pre-planning, they have planning, then they have post-planning. So if you have 3 phases, the life and the outcomes will be more predictable and more trustable. Ultimately, this plan, if we need fundings from the banks or any startup company or venture capitalist or any investor, we call angel investor, they don't mind to fund you, they are not strict like banks, they trust in your idea and they invest in your project, right? So for that, this business plan is a requirement, because they have experts, they calculate risk, they calculate financial capability of the business. Should we invest in this business or not? What will be the estimated profitability? What will be the return on investment? Is it a worth to do a business or not? Maybe idea is very good and it sounds very nice, but in technical way, we can classify the products in 4 metrics, 4 boxes. One is your star products, one is your cash cows. Whatever your company you are, you have some star products for which you are famous for. There are some that generate cash flow for you, cash cows, and there are some question mark products which you are still confused, should you carry on or not. Sometime when we go McDonald's, KFC, we go to some restaurant or we buy some mobile, we ask where is this model? They say no, this model now it's not coming from the company, they has introduced some new model. So always back end they are thinking that what product and services they are dealing with, what category they fall into. This is a Boston matrix. Those who are into marketing field, they understand all this Boston group findings. Executive summary should have a description of the business concept. So 1 page you are explaining yourself, your idea, your way of actions that you want to create in 1 single page. And this page is a unique page because you will not discuss the same thing inside the detailed plans. This is only an executive summary for reading in a glance, so we can understand. It should have comparative advantages, cost, team, and offering. That what is your model, that I will explain shortly. Industry and the company itself, what is the product, what is the service? It's a retail product, it's a wholesale product, it's an industrial product, it's a consumer product. You have to see, because every kind of product will create another kind of business model. The way we sell retail is totally different. When we just import and export, this is totally different. When we sell online, it is totally different. So all has different parameters. Just the product will change the whole scenario of our inner logistics. You have to see industry, which country you are. Pest analysis is very famous for political, social, economical, technological. SWOT analysis, you can do strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So these are all, and there are multiple analysis that you can do for making a business plan. Some countries, it's very easy to enter in, so entry and growth strategy you should develop, that which year you are going to enter in this market, what is the market share, where you fall, are you branded product, or you are going to create your own brands. These are all outcomes you have to keep in your mind, because this will change your business plan and strategy. If I get a franchise of, for example, McDonald's, my business plan is different. If I will create ABC fast food chain, my business plan is totally different, because no one knows ABC. So I have to put a big budget of marketing, because I will brand myself. So the guys from brand management, they will say, okay, let's do this, and 2 years they need to build up a brand. For that 2 years, it will be your investment. You will have less income, more expenditure. So maybe you are in loss, but this is a calculated loss. For management, for CEO, the person who is putting money into business, you can show them that we are in loss for 2 years, but it's a calculated loss with a vision that third year we will be in break even, means no profit, no loss, and onwards we will cover the losses of the first 2 years. So those who are strategic visionary investors, they will trust in your plan and they will fund you for that. So the 5th year you will recover all your monies and all that stuff. Market research is really important. Don't jump up on a business just on a plan. You have to see what is the market, but a lot of time, if you ask, this is my personal experience, whenever you share your business plan with anyone, the first 80% people will always discourage you. This is, you can try, I'm giving you an open challenge. You go at your workplace and say, I have this plan, right? So see how people behave, because 80% people, according to statistics, are status quo people. Means they are people, they don't have innovative abilities. So rest 20%, we should fall in the rest 20% people. They create difference, they are innovative, they are listeners, they are readers, they are doers, they are thinkers, these all characteristics. So always when you take an advice from someone regarding your business, you should know the personality of the advisor as well. Don't trust the advices of the people without knowing them. If they are just, and of course financial and non-financial parameters should be considered when you are going to invest or de-invest some investment. Market research, how many customer, market size, right? When an American company enters in Middle East, they see Middle East as starting from Lebanon to Saudi Arabia, so it becomes a big market, right? And these markets are connected, so it becomes very lucrative for an investor to expand. That's why most of the American, British, European companies, they are all working in Middle East, and they are working for infrastructural projects. They are into roads, dam, bridges, and all even consultancy, management, development, banking, Citibank, this and that, all are very much positive toward Middle East. Invest in Dubai, Abu Dhabi is a very good option. If you compare the whole globe, the return in Middle East, especially in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, is the highest. You don't have tax, and the customer paying capacity is the highest in the world. If you see, depends. Like I saw some entrepreneur, they are hard, they are getting hard time to sell something in a higher price. But it depends upon the product nature. People can pay what they like for. Okay, we are going through these so we can, fill our business plan. Very important is economics, gross operating margins, profit potentials, fixed variable, semi-variable cost. These are purely for accountants. Some cost does not change with the time, nothing to do with usage. We call them fixed cost. Example is rent, taxes, other things. And we have variable cost. So if we little bit learn about that, this will be very useful for our budgets and plans. Marketing plan, we already discussed a lot of marketing, like there should be a marketing strategy, there should be pricing strategy. You are going to be a high quality, expensive, entity, or you should be, there is always two policies. One is skimming and one is penetrating. Skimming when we choose the customer of some specific class and we charge them accordingly. For example, Citibank, if you deal with Citibank, they have a high rate of service, credit cards rates, but they say we have an exclusive customer who want the service that we provide, and they don't care for 10 dirhams, 15 dirhams, so why we should care for? But we do have some banks, they will give you free accounts, free transactions, because they are working on penetration model, like they want a big customer base, they want to be in masses, so they can say we have 1 million accounts. So same in your businesses, sometime you sell something for free for certain period of time just to get the customer base. For example, if we have a beauty salon, and there are capacity of 100 ladies can come in my place, so, and no one knows me, so my first 6-month strategy is, if I want, I will invite some, complimentary, I will try to brand free of cost. Yeah, I will try. Once they try, they feel, next time they will pay. This is how. So we have to see at one time penetration, skimming, sometime for products we use both. And there are psychological pricing, there are, cost-based pricing, there are markups pricing. It's a list of market pricing strategies that, of course, once we will go in deep detail, we'll get all that stuff. Moving forward, we should design and develop a plan. Plan is really important. As we say, management, when we say, is a component of certain things. Like we have to plan, organize, coordinate, implement, and post-implementation. So it has 5 levels. Some management gurus say 7 levels, so it depends how. But basically, it should have 5 levels to go for. Management team is the blood of your company. As I told you, if you have Steve Jobs, if you have Bill Gates, if you have similar kind of people, then your organization, you are an investor, like you are making your own company with 2 people, 3 people, 10 people, 100 people, this is your volume. But if you have an extraordinary mind in your team, you and including you as a visionary leader, then of course your organization has likely outcomes in terms of favorable business. So it depends upon HR policies that you are going to build up. What is your selection criteria? What you see in a person when you are going to hire. Even for an accountant, if you have an innovative accountant who is going to give you smart solutions for your small setups, that's going to change the trends in your business. So key management personnel, ownership, investors, board of directors, all this, board has to set a vision, and a CEO-led management has to run in terms of a large corporate. Okay, so the business plan should have sustainability test. So sometimes we put a test called stress testing. Stress testing means that today I will check that if my business will have a downturn, so till which level it can sustain, So stress testing, all banks are doing, all multinationals are doing, oil and gas is doing sector. These are all stress testers. Real estate developer, these are all continuously testing their stresses, because these are industries who keep coming in stress. Every economy has up and down, like the economic cycle, that you have introduction stage, you go in growth, then you are on saturation, then you have a decline, and it goes 5 years, 7 years, every country face this kind of trends. So people ask, is it a right time to start? My answer is, all times are right times until your concept, your model is clear and you have sufficient energies to start the business. There is no particular time. If you see, Microsoft is too old company, but Google is pretty new, and Google is doing equally good as Microsoft. Some companies like Nokia, they were very famous, but there are a lot of up and down. You can't say market is saturated, there is no space. Today, if you want to open a restaurant, you have a right model, you open, you invest in a proper way, you have a right team, it will definitely work out. So this sustainability is really important, and we will check the critical risk, problems and assumption related to. Business speaks a language called accounting, finance. This is the language of the business. If I want to know how good or bad your business is, my first question is how much you invest. What is your return on investment? How much is your cash balance? Did you buy some valuable called assets? How much are of long-term nature, means as furniture, fixture, cars, buildings, and how much you have cash, bank, receivable, and inventory in your business. This will start sounding, yes, we can analyze your business. Plus, I need to know, if you want an advice from me about your business, what are last 5 years figures, last 5 years sale figures, cost of goods sold, gross profit, operating expenses. So then we can start analyzing. So as I told you, that as entrepreneur, we don't want to be an expert of all these terminologies, but to a level where we can set the strategic direction, that's really important to go for. And of course, this is a forum. We have regular sittings, meetings. The next date will be announced, and we will invite you again. So that time we will request you to bring this business plan, and we will continue way forward so you can have a value out of this training. Think about your business, what name you are going to give, how much money you feel you have to invest in your business plan, and accordingly think about what will be the pricing strategy. It guides you. These are very well documented flow. It will guide you how to move forward, and it will help you to rationalize your business ideas and plans, right? So here I will close the discussion, and I will thank you for giving us this opportunity for sharing some knowledge. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Women Entrepreneurship Forum is an initiative which will strive to achieve the goal through women empowerment in business and focusing on giving women not just a platform to network and exchange resources like most of the clubs do here, but also objectively measure the outcomes of the likewise through enhancement and education and training programs of entrepreneurial skill development for the development of the socio-economic sector in UAE and MENA. And it takes me therefore immense pleasure to invite you to become members of the forum.